The 3 a.m. Market, a true story. Welcome to Stories by King Chico. Today, I bring you another chilling, real-life supernatural thriller. This is a true story that will leave you questioning what you hear in the dead of night. So sit back, relax, and listen carefully. Because some things only come alive when the world sleeps. My name is Peter. A few years ago, I traveled to Iloilo, Philippines, with my wife May and our daughter. We were visiting my in-laws, Tatay Fred and Nanay Riza, and planned to stay at their house, an old ancestral home that had been in their family for generations. The house was beautiful but old. It had that classic Filipino design, wooden floors, Capiz shell windows, high ceilings. We stayed in a room upstairs, and since I'm a forex trader, I usually worked at night when the markets were active. At 12 a.m., I would set up my laptop, headphones on, focused on the charts. Sometimes I'd take a break, resting for a while before diving back in. Then, one night at 3 a.m., I heard something strange. Voices. Loud, overlapping voices, like a crowded market square. It wasn't just people talking. I could hear the distinct sounds of a busy street. Vendors shouting, children laughing, footsteps rushing past, basketballs bouncing, even cars passing by. It sounded like an entire city was awake and alive. Just behind the wall of our room, I sat there, frozen, listening. The voices were clear, but I couldn't understand anything they were saying. It was like everyone was speaking at the same time, a loud, chaotic, but strangely rhythmic noise. At first, I dismissed it. Maybe there was a night market nearby, and the sound was just carrying through the window AC unit mounted on the wall. But every night, at exactly 3 a.m., the noise would start again. Not a second earlier, not a second later. The silence would be absolute. Then, bam! Suddenly, the voices filled the air as if an invisible switch had been flipped. One night, I decided to ask my wife, May, if she had ever heard the noise. She gave me a confused look. "There's no market at the back of the house," she said. "It's just empty land, bush and trees. And the basketball court? It's all the way on the other side of the community. There's no way you're hearing that." I felt my stomach drop. If there was nothing there, then what was I hearing? So I told her, "Tonight at 3 a.m. I'm waking you up. You need to hear this for yourself." She agreed, probably thinking I was just imagining things. That night, I worked as usual. Midnight passed, then 1 a.m., then 2 a.m. Finally, at 2:59 a.m., I shook my wife awake. "Listen." And at exactly 3 o'clock a.m., it started. The voices, the bouncing basketball, the cars passing by. May grabbed my arm and whispered, "Don't make a sound." Her face was pale. She was terrified. Now, I was scared too. The hairs on my arms stood up as the noise continued, just as loud as every other night. But this time, I wasn't the only one who heard it. The next morning, we told Nanay Riza, my mother-in-law, what had happened. She didn't look surprised. She simply nodded and said, "The spirits, they live there." She explained that the land behind the house once had a large tree where spirits were believed to gather. Even after the tree was gone, they never left. I never believed in these things before. But after hearing that phantom marketplace with my own ears, I don't know anymore. I never forgot what I heard. The voices, the basketball, the cars. A place that shouldn't exist, but somehow, at 3 a.m. sharp, it always did. Thank you for watching Stories by King Chico. If you enjoyed this true story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you have a real-life story you'd like us to feature, send it in. We'd love to tell your story. Stay tuned for more, because some things are heard, but never seen.